Hey guys, back with another video for you guys today, and today I'm doing something a little different. I've seen it on YouTube before. A couple different people have done it, and it's the how I got into anime video. And I never really thought about doing one until I was watching one yesterday on I can't remember what the name of the channel is, but the video was Otaku Problem. One of the videos is called Otaku Problems, and I noticed that she had a video about how she got into anime, and I was really enjoying the video. I thought about like, well, maybe I should do a video about how I got into anime, and the way I got into anime is a very complicated. It's very kind of complicated. It's very entertaining, I think so, because I was always into anime, never knew it was anime. So I figured today I would do. You know my phone, please. I figured today I would do a video about how I got into anime, and just maybe, I don't know, just something entertaining to do. I figured I would get it out because I know how I got into anime. I figured maybe I was inspired by her video. So, let's see. The way I got into anime, I guess, was, well, when of course, early 2000s, everyone my age, 20, was 22, and like, at 22 and maybe a little bit above, were into the Pokemon, Beyblade, Yu-Gi-Oh, Digimon. I used to watch Metabots. And at the time, nobody knew they were anime. They were just cartoons. I was a huge Beyblade fan, huge Pokemon fan, and like nobody ever thought about those shows being Japanese cartoons. They were just cartoons. And eventually, we learned that those shows were actually Japanese cartoons. And so, actually, that's early, anywhere from like elementary school to early middle school. I was in the end of those things. And I still watch all those shows, Yu-Gi-Oh, the Pokemons, but never really searched out any more anime beyond that. And then once I got into like late middle school, early high school, you watch Dragon Ball Z. I used to watch Dragon Ball Z. I used to watch Bobo, and I used to watch Hamtaro. And yes, if you remember Hamtaro, the show about the hamsters, yes. And like I watched Dragon Ball Z all the time, and I think that's my first kind of experience with what anime was, because I knew, like, okay, over here in America we have Dexter's Laboratory, we have Rugrats, we don't quite have these, people with superpowers shooting fireballs out of their hand. It was like, okay, this is a little, going Super Saiyan. This is a little different than a Superman or Spider-Man. A little different here. I think that's when I really first figured out that, okay, this is anime. But still, it was just Dragon Ball Z, Hamtaro, and Bobo. Bobo because it was weird and funny with nose hairs and everything. And I still, like, I missed watching. I didn't see Yu Hakusho until very late. I had still never seen Shaman King. I had never seen Naruto at the time, or Bleach, or Zatch Bell, or One Piece at the time. I had never even heard of those shows. Like, I knew Dragon Ball Z, I knew Bobo, and I knew Hamtaro, just because they were on at the time, and they were all running, if I'm not mistaken, in the same little block. It would be Dragon Ball Z, it would be Hamtaro, and then it would be Bobo. And I would watch those shows, and then that would be it. Never searched out anything else. And then once I got into high school, in one of my literature classes, I had a group of friends who were into anime. And at the time, I mean, I said I have no Dragon Ball Z, so I would, comment there. But one day they got to talking about Naruto. And they were talking about Naruto. Well, hold on, before I get to that, let me say too, unlike some people, I didn't start reading manga first and then go to anime. I started watching anime first and then read manga. First manga I ever read was Sergeant Frog back in high school. I had never read a manga before that. I read Sergeant Frog. Like, in my town, here in the town in Georgia I live in, we had three main manga that everybody started out with. It was Sergeant Frog, Peach Girl, and Fruits Basket. Because those were the three manga that, like, circulated our high school and middle school. Sergeant Frog, Peach Girl, Fruits Basket. So I've read Sergeant Frog, I've read Fruits Basket, and I've read Peach Girl. Yes, I've read Peach Girl. Because those are the ones we had, especially in middle school. Those were the only ones we had. And so I didn't read manga until after I started watching anime. Okay, now back to the high school part. By then I'm really into manga. I've read Death Note and some Fullmetal Alchemist and things like that. Tsubasa, Reservoir Chronicles, things like that. But so they would be in class talking about Naruto, Bleach, things like that. And I mean, I was hanging out with those people, so I would, sit around and nod my head like, oh yeah. And sometimes they would ask me things like, oh, so you watch Naruto? And I didn't want to be like, what's the Naruto? I'd be like, oh yeah, I watch Naruto all the time. I had no idea who Naruto was, didn't know what it was, or didn't even know it was a person at the time. I'd be like, yeah, I watch Naruto, yeah, Naruto's awesome. Had no idea who he was. Same thing with Bleach. You were like, you watch Bleach? Yeah, I watch it sometimes. Yeah, Ichigo, Ichigo's awesome. Didn't know what Ichigo was or who he was. Didn't know what he did. And especially when it came to Eureka 7 or Eureka 7. A real good friend of mine, he used to watch Eureka 7 a lot. And he asked me a question one day. He was like, so, you think this during the period of when Renton was gone before he came back? You think Renton's coming back? And I was like, yeah, he probably will. Think he'll be before the end? Yeah, I think he'll be before the end. Didn't know before the end of what? Didn't know who Renton was. Didn't know what he did. Didn't know how old he was. Was he a young person, old person? What kind of show was this? Was Renton the name of the show? Like, I had no idea what he was talking about. But I just said yeah and kept going. And so I just had no idea. So that weekend, after we left school, that weekend, I went home and I watched Naruto, Bleach, and Eureka 7. And I think I even watched One Piece and Zatch Bell. They were all at the same time. And that was during the period of, when I first watched Naruto, was during the period of when they were just starting the Chunin exams. They were just starting. I just jumped right in. With Bleach, it was, I want to say right after Ichigo got his soul powers. Like right in that first, between maybe episode, I don't know, maybe 5 and 10 or something like that. And then with Eureka 7, it was right during the period of when Renton was gone. He hadn't come back yet. I want to say, I haven't seen him in a long time, so I may forget some things. But I want to say they were fighting with Holland or something. Holland was fighting with someone, if I'm not mistaken. And so I just started watching them that weekend, and slowly, I came to school next week. I knew what they were talking about. I had seen the shows. I was kind of catching up, kind of had an idea what was going on. Like I said, I watched Zatch Bell and One Piece too. I kind of had an idea what was going on. So okay, so I kept rolling with it. Next weekend, I watched those shows. Plus, I found Fooly Cooly, and Fooly Cooly just blew my mind. It was like, what is this? Like, what am I watching? So I went to school next week, and I was like, yeah, guys, I ran across a show called FLCL, Fooly Cooly. I was like, what's a Fooly Cooly? They're like, that's the name of it, it's Fooly Cooly. FLCL stands for Fooly Cooly. And it was like, yeah, they were like, yeah, Fooly Cooly. And I started watching Fooly Cooly, and I fell in love with Fooly Cooly, and Fooly Cooly was amazing, and it still is amazing. And so I kind of just hit Naruto, Bleach, Zatch Bell, One Piece. I think I'm leaving something out. Case Closed or Detective Conan was also on at that time. Caught Detective Conan. Hit Fooly Cooly. Caught some Outlaw Star with some Cowboy Bebop, and I kind of just never looked back. I just kind of kept going and kept going till the anime fan am today. Even though now I don't watch One Piece, I've dropped One Piece a bunch of times. I've dropped it here and there throughout the years. I watch it here, I watch it there sometimes. I still watch Detective Conan. Zatch Bell, I'm not sure. I think Zatch Bell I don't think it ended here in the States. I think it just got canceled. I think it was when Toonami got cut. And I did watch Blue Dragon on Toonami during the last period of Toonami. I did watch Blue Dragon when it was on. And so yeah, that's kind of how I got into anime, just by talking to them, having no idea what they were talking about, and by kind of wanting to just kind of get into the conversation, I watched these shows and I fell in love with them. Naruto, Bleach, like I said, Zatch Bell, One Piece, all those shows, and I just kind of fell in love with it and just never looked back. I just kept watching anime, and now I am a huge otaku. And it's just, so it's really thanks to them, because if I was not friends with them, I probably would never heard of those shows, because I was watching Toonami, but some kind of way I was missing the programming somewhere. I was seeing Dragon Ball Z, I was seeing Bobo Bo, and I was seeing Hamtaro, but I was missing everything else. So I don't know what was going on, but hanging out with them really showed me these shows were on TV, and I found them, and I started watching them, and it's been no looking back since then. Like I said, now I watch a little bit of everything from anything from the 80s on up. So I watch everything now. So really makes them is how I got into anime by basically lying and saying I knew what they were talking about and didn't got me into anime, because I was lying to say I knew what they were talking about, and so that got me to watch shows to really know what they were talking about, and then I just started watching from there. So yeah, that's pretty much how I got into anime. Like I said, now I got into manga. After that, I've read Death Note and everything else since then, and now I read all kind of manga. So yeah, that's pretty much how I got into anime. I just thought it'd be fun to do, just to kind of explain how I got into anime. And if you guys have any funny stories of how you got into anime, please leave a comment about how you got into anime. And yeah, I think that's it. So like I said, check out the video that inspired me to do this was I can't remember her channel name, but she has a video called Otaku Problems, and you should check her channel out. It was very entertaining. And yeah, so I'll probably be back with some more videos soon. I have something to upload right now, actually, and then look forward to hearing from us after that. So until next time, thanks guys. Maho out.